What's up, everybody? It's your boy Kerby here with the predictions for tomorrow's Super Showdown in Australia. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty. We're starting things off with Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's Championship. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention how great Becky Lynch has been in her role on SmackDown Live, be it the role of a babyface or the role of a heel, whichever label you want to put on it. I think it's unfair to her to put a label on it because the fans are so behind her and her character work is so fantastic that she's just Becky Lynch. I think she doesn't need a role defined right now, and that's fine. I think that's okay. Charlotte Flair, on the other hand, is not coming up great on these feuds, and I think if they want Charlotte Flair to remain a face, they should probably cool her off from these feuds. This is Charlotte's rematch for the SmackDown Women's Championship, and God willing, she loses this match at the Super Showdown in Australia, and they rest these feuds. But I have a lingering feeling in me that we're gonna see these two tangle again at Evolution. I think overall, my prediction is Becky Lynch will retain the SmackDown Women's Championship tomorrow at the Super Showdown in Australia. But, I feel like the finish that we're going to watch is going to be kind of like the finish to AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe at Hell in a Cell, a finish that leaves the door open for a championship rematch at Evolution at the end of the month. Up next on this list, we have Asuka and Naomi going one-on-one against the Iconics, Billie Kay and Peyton Royce. Now, this is a weird match because, we're going to be in Australia. It's going to be Peyton Royce's hometown, and Billie Kay is going to have as well. And I think, they made such a big deal on SmackDown Live this week, pointing out that the Iconics can't lose in Australia, that I don't think they're gonna win, and this prediction that I'm giving, the prediction in general is Asuka and Naomi over the Iconics, and the reason I'm choosing Asuka and Naomi to go over here is because I'm choosing Buddy Murphy later, and I don't think they're gonna do two hometown victories in one show. I think it's just gonna be one, and that one victory is gonna be Buddy Murphy because 205 Live needs Buddy Murphy. They need change. We're going to get into that later. For this one, I have Asuka and Naomi. For the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, New Day go one-on-one against Sheamus and Cesaro. This is going to be a hell of a match. Possible show stealer between Sheamus and Cesaro and the New Day. They have always had great matches, especially when given the right amount of time. And I think for sure it's going to be 4 hours and only has 10 matches, and out of those 10 matches, only a few are actually, worthy of having more than 20 minutes on the clock. I think they're going to get plenty of time to work at the Super Showdown event. I don't see the New Day losing those tag team titles. I think their victory is still fresh enough, even though it was 2 months ago. Their victory is still fresh, and I just don't see, I feel, some part of me feels like Sheamus has to be in like a little bit of hot water after that whole Total Divas incident with Rusev on Instagram, where he said he doesn't watch that shit. So I got the New Day retaining the Tag Team Championships in this one. Up next, Cedric Alexander defends the Cruiserweight Championship against Buddy Murphy. And gosh, if I could make an entire video, a whole 20 minutes of me talking about how Cedric Alexander has been uneventful as Cruiserweight Champion, and yet has managed to hold that title for over 7 months, I think. I could do it, but I won't. This is not the video. I'm sorry to disappoint you on that. I will get down to the big bullet points that I want to make. Cedric Alexander as Cruiserweight Champion has not been as present as I thought he would be. They bench him a lot on 205 Live. He barely wrestles on the show. And the problem with having your champion bench and having him not even show up on the show, at least to cut a promo, the problem with that is that everybody else will go over him. Everybody else is gonna look better than him. So you have talent on 205 Live that's like Mustafa Ali, Drew Gulak, Hideo Itami, Tony Nese, and the #1 contender at the championship, Buddy Murphy. I got tangled up there for a minute. You've got all of these wrestlers that look way better than the champion. And when the champion actually shows up, he doesn't live up to the hype of all of these other wrestlers. I remember very clearly a 205 Live main event that was Buddy Murphy versus Mustafa Ali in a no disqualification match. Those two tore the house down. They had the audience talking about them for 2 weeks. And then the following week, on 205 Live, the main event was Cedric defending the championship against Hideo Itami. And I remember watching and commentating with people on Twitter saying like, well, this is not as good as last week's, but you know, it's not terrible. And the problem with Cedric is that we know he can pull up big moves. We know he can pull up great moments. Like that suplex to the outside of the ring he did with Gulak on the Wednesday premiere of 205 Live. But it's not often, and he doesn't get to show that off. He hasn't gotten the chance to show that off during his title reign. So unfortunately, I think he has to lose that championship. And I have Buddy Murphy walking out of Australia, his hometown, for the Cruiserweight Championship. Up next, the Bella Twins and Ronda Rousey go 1-on-1 against the Riot Squad. Now get this. A lot of people are expecting this as a huge babyface win. Ronda Rousey is undefeated. For a second, just now, I was about to pick the Riot Squad. I just remember that Ronda Rousey is undefeated. I'm going to choose Ronda Rousey and the Bella Twins to win this match. But I also feel like the Bella Twins, or Nikki at least, is going to mess up Ronda. We're going to see a turn, heel turn, and it's going to lead to Nikki Bella versus Ronda Rousey, the Raw Women's Championship at Evolution. Take that as you will. The prediction has been made. The Shield go 1-on-1 against the Dogs of War in a 6-man tag team match. A lot of people are saying that this match could see a turn from someone, be it Drew McIntyre or Dean Ambrose. And I would love to see it, but I don't think it's going to happen. At least not yet. I think they could still take a lot of money out of the Shield. And I think the Shield would look great on a Survivor Series team. So I'm taking the Shield to take the victory here. I'm running out of time. AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe. I think this is a proper feud ender. AJ Styles is going to retain the championship. As much as I want to see Joe with the title, I don't think it's going to happen. Bobby Lashley and John Cena versus Elias and Kevin Owens. This match is utterly meaningless, and I have Bobby Lashley and John Cena taking the win, and then John Cena can go back to China and stay there for another couple months. We miss you, John. Get out of China. We miss you. And the main event, Triple H versus The Undertaker. I've got Triple H in this one, but only because I think Shawn Michaels is going to interfere, and he's going to cost the match to The Undertaker, which is going to lead to a tag team match at Crown Jewel, a singles match at Survivor Series, and then a match at WrestleMania. And for the love of God, if I could make a video talking about how I don't want to see these guys every week because it doesn't make them special anymore, I would, but I've run out of time. These are my predictions for the Super Showdown. This match is going to have an abrupt ending by Shawn Michaels in a couple of seconds. It's going to happen in a couple of seconds. Till then, follow me on Twitter at @it's_Kerby. I will be up early at 5 a.m. to live tweet the show. So get up with me on a Saturday morning at 5 a.m. Eastern Time. I will be there to talk about the Super Showdown and live tweet the show with you guys. Join me, @it's_Kerby. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and keep an eye out for all of the WWE 2K19 videos that are popping up starting Tuesday right here on the Wrestling Space. I'm just killing time until you see the abrupt and ridiculous ending of this match. I'm playing as The Undertaker here. This is WWE 2K18. I'm beating up Triple H. The match is going well. I haven't been able to put him away, and then this happens. Screw this. Screw this. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 5 a.m. Twitter. Bye-bye.